After a fun-filled and quite intense group stage, we are in the knockout phase. This is the Go Euro Show. Let's talk Euro 2020. Alright folks, so welcome aboard that show where we talk all things Euro 2020. I am joined by my right hand, even though he happens to be on the left hand, but he goes by the name Babajide Guerrero.
I'll be everywhere and anywhere if you ask me. I mean, if it's the Booster 99 show, Booster hosting, Go Euro Show, I mean, let's have a crack at it. It's been a great tournament, I mean, to say the least. It's good to be here again.
Okay, now speaking of cracks, let's get right into it and talk about the group stage, which has just been concluded, and now we're into the real business. We're into the real show, the round of 16, also known as the knockout phase, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so very quickly, I just need you to tell me if there's any team from the group stage that fell through, that came quite as a shocker to you, that didn't make it to the round of 16.
Well, I don't know. I think not topping the group could be a surprise as well. I think Spain, they had no business being second in that group. And, you know, they could have done better in a group that they were. I mean, they could have probably just stopped Sweden. Turkey, maybe as well, because I think they've always not done well at tournaments. You want to shake off that bad tag of you being a poor tournament team. On the face value, I think we got a lot of quality teams in the round of 16. I
mean, we've got a lot of interesting matches and you can check them out on go.com. But I'll just like to quickly pick one and let's talk about Belgium versus Portugal. Right, Portugal have won 3, drawn 2 in their last 5 meetings. How do you see their next set of games, Portugal versus Belgium, panning out?
Well, this is different. I mean, those stats are good, but you know, statistics are like miniskirts. They give you ideas, but they consider the real thing. Now, the real thing, I don't care where your mind is going to. But the real thing here is the fact that that particular stat was was before the golden generation of this Belgian team came through.
Okay.
Yeah, Ronaldo was there then, but it's a different Belgium now. Maybe that Belgium had the likes of Verheyen, the likes of Mark Wilmot, was also a former coach of Belgium, but not this particular Belgian side who has the likes of KDB, Eden Hazard, Lukaku. It's a game to. I mean, I like this tournament because he has thrown in some great fixtures, even from the very get-go where we saw Germany, France, when we saw France, Portugal. Those are fixtures that are worthy of being a final. Ronaldo has matched that record that we kept on talking about on the show. We're not going to flog that anymore, by the way. He has a chance of going beyond one more, putting one more goal. He could possibly get it maybe by a penalty or not, or maybe a tap-in. But take nothing away from Ronaldo. I think it's going to be a big game, but I think it's going to be won by Belgium. I just have a feeling that Belgium will win this.
So let's pick on one of the countries that you've spoken to and let's talk about the entirety of their football squad and the culture. Let's talk about England. Now, England, in my opinion, happened to be the powerhouse of football. I mean, football was invented in England. So talk to me about the team and how do you see Gareth Southgate's approach to the entire tournament?
Well, I think, I mean, they are powerhouses of football, but I think it would be wrong to say simply because the game was invented there, you expect them to be super at it, right? But they're not.
But they've got superstars. I mean, they've got a very fantastic squad.
Yeah, but of course, they have a coach who really, I don't think, has got it in him to get the best out of. And then they've got many players in many attacking positions, but the nerve and the pulse of the team is weak. England has just got one recognized defensive midfielder in Declan Rice. And Declan Rice, no disrespect, is not worthy to lift the shoes of N'Golo Kante. And sometimes in the game of football, you need. I mean, I went hard on him because there's so much noise about Declan Rice, and that's what English press does. They are fantastic. I like that. They like to sell their own, but when the push comes to shove,
when they go on, you feel like they've won so many tournaments. They've won just one.
Yes,
one
1966. That was before the Civil War. That was before a lot of things happened. Before I was born, before you were born.
So I think
before
a
huge number of our demography of this show was born. So the point is, it's a team that makes a lot of sense, and I like the fact that they create balls. But think nothing away from them. They've got an amazing league, amazing crop of players. They will face Germany.
Yeah.
That's like that's one of the biggest challenges for England in football.
They always lose to Germany.
Yeah, Germany and England are like whatever you think you can do, I can do better. But the difference is that Germany has done so much.
Okay.
They show that they can score. Yeah, about their culture. I mean, everything is a coin. All hail the coin. In fact, they have an anthem.
Yeah, I think like whenever we think of England, I mean, we're not thinking about the Queen's English. We're thinking about the etiquette. I think other than that, I don't really see any other thing about England that's so fascinating.
Yeah, they got great.
Just for me, though.
Well, London is a beautiful place, by the way.
I mean, yeah, everybody wants to travel to London. It's a wonderful tourist attraction. But other than that, please tell me something else about England. I think that's about it.
God save the Queen.
Not hating anyways, but I mean, that's it. So now let's talk about the odds for this week. As you know, I like to see a lot of nines to be won weekly and at the end of the tournament. 999,999 naira. I cannot overflog this amount at the end of the tournament. And I've also got good news for you because Booster 99 now has its own mobile app. So you can visit the Booster 99 app for the fastest cash out, the best odds, and everything. Like, just have an amazing and exciting time on the Booster 99 app.
Okay.
Yeah, but here are the odds on Booster 99. Okay, so those are the odds on Booster 99. Now it's time for us to talk about a player who some may say is the heart of the Netherlands team. 25 goals from 78 caps for Netherlands. A complete midfielder. We're talking about none other than Jorginho Wijnaldum. So now talk to me about him.
He's a fantastic player. Well, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves, although I don't know the network he uses, but yeah, but he's a fantastic player. He's a remarkable player. He's a player that works for the team, and I like players like that.
Okay.
He can show his creative side. He's a complete central midfielder. You can't call him an attacking midfielder or defensive midfielder. He's just that player who works his socks off for the team, and he chips in those important goals. Remember when he helped Liverpool to get to that point against Barcelona, the mighty comeback that he had, 4-1 to 4-4.
I mean, he did score twice against North Macedonia. So.
Yeah, but it's not the captain of the team. I mean, for this tournament, he is, Virgil van Dijk is, but apart from that, there's this leadership. And I like captains that don't just wear the armband, but they have this off-the-field importance. But anything that Wijnaldum goes, I'm not sure if he has those legs anymore, but he has an amazing football brain that will make him to walk into any first team. If not walking into a first team, he's a solid, very, very solid sub player, and it's
you definitely love him, I mean, because you'll be going on and on and on.
He's a good player. I like
but
him.
We have to go.
Yes,
Babajide Guerrero, thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, so there you have it, folks. This, of course, is today's episode of the Call Euro Show. I have been Osareme, and he has been Babajide Guerrero. I'm going to call you Guerrero Babajide, and not the name that I would call you if we're off air.
Thank God for that. I'm happy.
You will thank me.
Thank you, Ose. Thank you so much.
All right, folks. So we'll see you in the very next episode.